It's time to place your bets. This is BetMGM Tonight on the BetMGM Network.
Second one, it's off, knocked up in the air, battle, knocked outside, nobody there for New York. And Detroit basketball stays alive. The Pistons defeat the Knicks at the Garden, 106-103 to force a Game 6.
The pulse is still beating for Detroit. Shout out to TNT for the highlight rejoiner there as the Pistons get the win. And it's a New York Knicks just the other night, and hopefully they're going to be able to get another win because yours truly has a little action on that series going 7 games. Just throwing that out there. We need that at plus 270. We're going to be talking some more NBA here momentarily, locking and load a lot of bets. And T-Wolves and Lakers, we'll look at it maybe the Thursday games or in the futures market, whatever tickles Ryan and I's fancy. Another edition of Hoop Scoops. Before we get to that, a friendly reminder, if you want to talk some round ball with us, if you want to talk the NFL and fantasy football, you want to talk a little MLB betting, how about the NHL and dropping the buck and making some bucks? You absolutely can. Easy way to contact the show. You just pick up the phone and dial us, fools, at 833-732-3875. 833-732-3875. You can also hit us up on the X or the Twitter at BetMGM Tonight, where we have our pole dancing poll question of the day. And it's asking you this: season-long player props in the NFL are beginning to surface. Looking at quarterbacks, which past city's prop has the best chance to cash the over? Out of Jalen Hurts over 19.5 passing touchdowns at a minus 115. Joe Burrow over 32.5 passing touchdowns, also at a minus 115. Jaden Daniels over 21.5 passing touchdowns at a minus 140. Lamar Jackson over 28.5 passing touchdowns at a minus 110. Nearly 115 votes cast. Make your voice be heard. Exercise your democratic right. Keep the votes a-coming. And drop us a comment. We're going to read them a little bit later on in the show. So keep firing on X at BetMGM Tonight. On X at BetMGM Tonight. Speaking of the king of sportsbooks, let me tell you about the sweet promo going down on the NBA at BetMGM. Make a fast break for the action with an NBA playoffs odds boost token. Use your token to get a bigger payout on a winning playoff bet. You can use that token tonight with us as we give out our favorite plays in the associations and another rousing edition of Hoop Scoop. So with that, let's indeed get after it and attempt to slam home some winners. It's time once again for Hoop Scoops.
Let's hit the hardwood to bring in the cash.
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers!
And find the Cinderella story.
Clark in a straight jack. Oh, he didn't need to do that. He threw it away. Ping, Pagese.
It's Hoop Scoops on BetMGM Tonight.
All right, here's how this little ditty is going to work. Ryan's got a bad lead off. He always wins the tip because he's 7'5". He's like the George Harrison of BetMGM Tonight. No, you really don't wish. Just think about the flights and how cramped and crammed in you would be. It would be miserable if you were that tall. I would say that. Though the bank account would be full of some fat stacks of cash, so you'd have that going for you, even if you're relatively unathletic. Anyway, I digress. You're going to be the first one up. You're going to fire off with your first bet, and I'm already looking at it. Ooh, and it's a spicy one. You're going to give your reasonings why you like said wager. Then you're going to say to Brandon, working the board here on BetMGM Tonight, Brando, hit me with the hoops. And he's going to drop a little reference, maybe a famous call, possibly a video game sounder as well. I'm going to take it from there and do the same damn thing, and we're going to try to squeeze in as many bets as we can here in this segment. So, Ryan, again, you're up first. You just won the tip. Splash one home with your first Hoop Scoop.
All right, so I before I get to my first play, I do have to say something. I have to make a statement here on BetMGM tonight. Here at 8:25 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, April 30th. If Houston blows this game, they were just up 30, Brad. I just watched the Warriors grab about 10 offensive rebounds in a row. They can't buy a shot. If Houston blows a 30-point lead, I will never bet this league ever again, other than these plays that we have tonight. LeBron
Pinky
James,
swear? Pinky swear?
Pinky swear. If they blow a 30-point lead, I will never bet this league ever again, or at least the Rockets. All right, LeBron, over 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. It's an elimination game. LeBron, even at 40 years old, I think he's going to come out aggressive. He only attempted 9 field goals game 4. He hasn't done anything in the fourth quarter of any of these games. I think he's going to come out aggressive. He's played in 13 elimination games or closeout games since joining the Lakers. He's went over 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 9 of those 13 games. He's averaging 80, that'd be something. 48.1 points, rebounds, and assists as I do the math right now in my head. So I was going to take the points, 26.5. I'll stay away, man, just in case it's a double-digit rebound game or he looks to facilitate. Trevor Lane came on. He said he likes LeBron. That's his pick to click. Hot take, I know. We're going out on a limb here. We're going to go with this Bron guy. Over 42.5 PRA. Brando, hit me with the hoops. Yeah, crank that. Crank that. That's the up and under.
Yeah.
Well, Marv Albert.
Yes! Throwback to the true GOAT. And I know there's an argument there with LeBron, but it's always going to be MJ in the perpetuity. All right, my first hoop scoop, and I'm going to go to this Lakers and T-Wolves game, and I'm going to go with a former L.A. Laker, that being Julius Randle. Give me the over on 20.5 points. I have bet this consistently. Now, generally speaking, when I have bet this in 20 points or more, it's been plus money throughout the entire series. But it's a minus 110 tonight, but I'm willing to pay it. I think he's going to score at least 21. I look at Randle, what he has done this series. He's averaging 15.6 attempts per game, shooting at a decent clip at 47.6%. From outside, where he's taking 5.5 threes per contest, he's shooting a robust 45.5%. Game one only went for 16 points, but since then, 27, 22, 25. So he's hit the over on this prop in 3 straight games. The Lakers are the 6th most opponent points per game they have given up at 108.5 in the playoffs, and they have the 2nd worst defensive rating of any postseason team at 1.189 points per possession allowed. So, yeah, the Lakers may end up winning this thing, but I think Julius Randle is going to make some noise tonight in the box score. Give me over 20.5 points at a minus 110. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan! It counts. And the foul.
Little Marv Albert. We doubled up on Marv Albert. Speaking of GOATs, man. All right, let's go to tomorrow night's game, man. So, unfortunately for me on Sunday, I bet the Pistons as 2-point favorites on the money line, and they completely fell apart. They lost that game to the Knicks. Then last night, I stayed away. Should have bet the Pistons on the money line. They win that game outright. Now, they go back to Detroit, Brad, and I like them. They're favored again, 2.5. I went money line. I'm going to go with the Pistons. I have some concerns about this Knicks team. Number one, they haven't beat a good team all season long. Now they're in the playoffs. Are they just paper tigers? Tom Thibodeau, I love him, is a Chicago guy, but a lot of Knicks fans want him gone. And if they don't at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals, which I don't think happens, I think it's a collision course for Cleveland and Boston to meet. I think he's probably gone. Whatever that was, at the end of the last game with Jalen Brunson just sitting by the scores table, he doesn't use a timeout, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Jalen Brunson, speaking of him, is he fully healthy? I don't think so. I don't even know that he's 80%. So I'm going to go with Detroit. I think this is a 7-game series. I do think when it goes back to MSG, the Knicks squeak by in Game 7. I'll be betting the Knicks. But Game 6, man, I'll take Detroit on the money line. I think this is a 7-game series. So give me the Pistons. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
The fourth quarter the other night and played through it. Good point. Battier watching Kobe. Scooping, driving, and putting it in. How in the world did he do that?
He passed to himself off the backboard. That was a plan.
Kobe.
You can't go wrong with Kobe highlights either. All right, I'm going to go back to the game tonight. All my plays going to be in the game tonight because I'm a greedy bastard like that. And give me Austin Reeves. We were talking earlier to our guy Tyler Lane, and he said Austin Reeves, hasn't had the greatest series. He's really kind of turned it on though the last couple of games from outside. I think the hot shooting is going to continue. I say he makes at least 4 threes. So go on the market here on the over 3.5 made threes at a plus 110 juice. Little baby seduced by the juice, if you will. You look at the series. He's gone 3 made threes, 0, and then 5 and 5. Again, those 5 and 5 made 3 performances have come in the back-to-back games. So he's been over in 2 of 4 in this series. He's averaging 3.3 makes per game and 9.3 jacks per game from outside. So I think he's going to take at least 9, maybe 10, maybe as many as 11 triples, and he's been hitting at a 35.1% clip. You look at the T-Wolves, they allowed the 5th most made 3-pointers of any team in the postseason on a per-game basis at 14.3, and that's been an area that's been problematic for them really the entire season. In the playoffs, giving up 36.3% from way downtown. So I think a quadruple bang from Austin Reeves, 4 or more made threes. Feeling confident about this one and its ability to cash at a plus 110. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
I'll add one more prop tonight myself, actually. So I do like the Clippers as 6.5-point favorites. I think that series goes 7. I hope I'm not wrong. Had the Clippers last night. Tough loss for me. Luka, over 3.5 threes. I was going to take the points, Brad, but it's 32.5, and I'm already on LeBron over points, rebounds, and assists. So I'm going to go over 3.5 threes here. Right now, minus 120 is the price. You look at the last 10 games, he's went over this number 6 times. Didn't go over game 2 or game 3. Only hit 2 threes in both games, but finally got going in the last game. Had 5 threes. I think he's going to go off. I don't know, again, that he scores 33, but I do think he hits at least 4 threes. They're going to need him if they're going to win this game and continue their season. So Luka over 3.5 threes, minus 120 right now at BetMGM. Brando, hit me with the hoops.
Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby. Oh,
I love that reaction. Just overly boisterous. Man after my own heart. Give me LeBron James, the legend himself, LBJ, on the over 16.5 rebounds plus assists at a minus 120 juice. I think he's going to do the dirty work as a disher and as a guy squeezing the rock on some of those caroms off the iron. You look at LeBron in this series. He has gone over this 2 of 4 games. He had 8 in game 1. 18 combined in game 2, 14 combined in game 3, and the big 2-0 combined in game 4. So in this series, averaging 9.5 rebounds per game, 5.5 assists per game, and I think it's going to go a little bit north of those averages. I look at Minnesota; they've allowed the 4th fewest opponent rebounds per game at 36.5, and the 6th fewest assists per game at 20.5. Very stout and stiff defensive team, but again, LeBron back in the wall is going to rise the occasion as a distributor, as a rebounder, and I think those combined stats is going to hit the over on rebounds and assists on 16.5 at a minus 120 juice. Brando, one more time. Hit me with the hoops.
what are you doing, Dragic? Did you not get the memo?
Dragic.
All right, let's get you an update. Oh my gosh. So the Rockets 67-44, minute and change to go in this first half. War Daddy, give me an update. What's the live line looking like at BetMGM?
All right, so pulling up right now, I'll just say this, guys. If we put a Rockets uniform right now, I think we would shoot 60% from 3. They're shooting that well. I mean, it's
Not
just,
Jalen Green, unfortunately.
It's insane. This live line's still minus 18.5 favoring the Rockets. If you want Warriors on the money line, it's 14-1, and that just locked up. But the over-under 222.5, and I'll be honest with you guys, even though the Rockets are shooting the living crap out of the ball, they're going to get cold. So
Under.
I'd probably take that under.
Yeah, same. I agree, dude. And if this continues to be an ass kick, and I could also see, like I said, the Warriors being like, all right, Jimmy, you're already playing at like 60%, dude. Take a seat. Steph, take a seat. You're not hitting shots tonight anyway. Draymond, take a seat because we don't want you getting suspended for the rest of the playoffs for kicking somebody in the junk, old graybeard. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think the under right now is a really good bet.
Yeah.
A really, really good
totally
bet.
agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Look, I liked it on the alt line
I'm
when
in.
I grabbed it at 209.5 on that under. I would have played it probably as low as like 207.5. By the way, Steph Curry has awoken a little bit. 15 minutes has 8 points. So if they can somehow, some way chip away at this deficit, maybe get it down to like 15 early in the third quarter, he's going to play a significant amount of minutes in the second half for him to hit the over on what we were saying on 18.5 points, 5 dives. So he's got 8 right now. Maybe he's getting another bucket or two before the siesta begins there at halftime. All right. We got to take a little siesta here at BetMGM tonight. When we come back, we're going to go from the hardwood to the gridiron. We're going to be in the news, reviewing some NFL news and notes and spinning it forward for a gaming perspective. I'm talking about a little fantasy football, maybe pepper in some sports betting thoughts as well. All NFL all the time coming up next right here. BetMGM tonight on the BetMGM Network.